Good evening, friends. Today, we are looking at how to pull off a vampire look by yourself for Halloween. I'm going to teach you how to get the look, how easy it is to pull off. I'm going to link all my favorite products to get this look, including the fangs. And please let me know if you do the look. I would love to see how you pull it off and what you style it all together with. And I hope you enjoy. When I think of a vampire, with the exception of maybe the Lost Boys, most of them tend to be a little fancy. They're a little put together. So I think of all their lines as very sharp. Their skin is light and luminous. It's real glowy. But then they've got this dark side. So what we're going for today is sort of a smoky, but very put together kind of look, a little on the creepy side with some fangs. So what I've already done is my highlight shade and my contour and my brows. But we are going to get started with this palette I've put together for our vampire look. And it's going to be so great. Okay, so we're going to start with eyes because most of my face is done. It's going to be fairly simple. So what I'm going to do is I've carved out my brows with linen. If you know, you know. If you don't, we're carving out our brows with linen. It's just a really bright highlight shade. And then I've already put on my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. I went with a brighter one because to keep with my skin tone. So what I'm gonna do is come into this palette, and this is Junior Prom, and we're gonna start our smoky eye with that. I've just got it on my eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm gonna start working it into my crease. We're just gonna start a smoky eye. The biggest issue that most people have with a smoky eye is just trying to get there all at once. And if you just pile on a bunch of dark shadow, that's when people start looking like, oh my gosh, I look like I have raccoon eyes. I look like I was punched in the face. These are all the comments I get from people. So for one, we're not starting with black. We're starting with this like gunmetal gray color. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but not so shimmery that we can't put it in our crease here. I'm not a fan of like really shiny in your crease. So we're just gonna keep building this up till we get kind of a nice transition here. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the brush over and pull some of that underneath. SALEM, it's our black matte shadow, and I'm gonna go in with the small side of my eyeshadow everything brush and start pulling it into this corner. So I'm gonna pull it onto my lash line. I'm gonna pull it up into my crease. I'm just kind of making this V. And I'm gonna start filling it in. The farther we go over, the more dramatic your eye is gonna be. So you can use your personality and your eye shape and your just personal taste as to how far and how much of this you wanna do. If you want it to get crazy, go for it. If you don't, don't. So far we've got a messy black situation. I'm gonna flip over the brush. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just gonna start buffing over that to just blur out that line. This is your magic trick. The buffy side of this brush. And I'm not making big old circles because I don't want the black to go up to my brows. I just want to soften that line. So I'm really just kind of swishing over it. So now that that's softer, I'm just gonna come back in and add a little bit more black on top now that we have our lines buffed out to where there's a really intense black corner here. I am going to go back in. Woo! Stuck my finger. With Unicorn. This is our white. It's a real glistening, frosty white. I'm gonna go light-handed under my brow because I don't want to look like, you don't want to pack it in up there, but you do want to have this like Really, because we're wanting to go with the illusion that we are just light and glowy. All right, and then we're also gonna grab it and come down here on our lid, just to this inside, the corner. Into that first little portion of your lid. We're going to go in with our Black Friday cream liner and our hot line brush. I'm gonna just use the angled side of this brush to line our eyes. Real simple line. Just making sure to get it as close to the lash line. Color on the top of those lashes. Now let's add mascara and lashes. I have no idea which lashes these are, but they make all the difference in the world. I will say with a look this dark, the bigger, the blacker, the better, because your eyeshadow is going to swallow up a lot of your lash. So don't go neutral for this. Don't go natural lashes. Get some big ones. First, we're gonna use Glamazing. It's one of my favorite illuminators, but it's bright. If you think about vampire skin, they are always shining like moonlit stardust. So we are just gonna get glowy, guys. This is, you know, I like to give you some everyday uses for things if you don't use it naturally and you're not like, I wouldn't wanna be that glowy for a day-to-day. This is my all-time favorite color to pop in the inside of my eye. Just that inside corner, no matter how natural, no matter how dramatic, no matter what the look is, it is the most perfect color for just opening up your eye and making it look. So we're going on all these little lines. We're going on our chin. What's going on there? Our nose, center of our forehead. I am going lighter handed down the center of my face. And then I'm going crazy on my cheeks. So you want to glow. If you choose a shirt with your collarbone showing, with your shoulders showing, pop those areas too. Just get glowy, glowy. Okay, so the last big statement piece to me of a vampire look is going to be the mouth. So we are going to use a combination of Cola and Scarlet. I do know if you do not want such a red, Royal is a great alternative, because this has a red base to it, but it's more of a brown, bloody red. I know you don't want to call it that any other day, and I wouldn't refer to it as that any other day than Halloween looks. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my multitasker brush, and we're gonna use this small side to line my lips with Cola. It is the deepest contour we have. So I'm flipping that brush over, and we're gonna fill this in with Scarlet. And you're just making sure those two blend really well where you've shaded in your lip line. And it just becomes the most perfect spooky red. But the devil is in the details. So I've got one more thing. But this is your vampire look. So easy. Just take some time on your eyes. Keep the line straight. Keep it glowy. And practice talking with fangs. I'll link everything I used for you if you want to do a vampire look at home. If you do, tag me, let me know that you did. It makes me so happy to know that I've helped you in some way. And happy Halloween! You think it's hard to keep lipstick off of regular teeth? Add some extras.